well, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, the excavator's going through the house, so you can turn the power off. Power's still on. The price of 50 grand, theirs was 22.5.
All their stuff got left behind.
There's some infrastructure in there for 5 to 10 RVs. The more productive you're gonna be, the more money you're gonna make. I'm just gonna do everyone's job today.
Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you are not me. The links that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I said too much. I set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing.
The machine's already warmed up.
Oh, it is?
Grease,
The big...
yeah, I put def in it this morning too.
There's grease or not?
They're greasing it right now. Deer on the way in there.
So you got me running 317.
You can load trucks.
Okay.
Hey, they told me at the landfill, I think they're full of it, but they said there was a lot of metal in that load.
The last load?
That on my truck. We're separating them from the metal. There shouldn't be much in there.
This is a normal amount of metal out of a house. I'm very surprised how little come out of that last house, you know? You want to load some trucks?
They don't even know how good he's got it, bro.
Riley can actually load trucks too.
Yeah? So she told me she almost tipped over something one time.
She had a little too heavy in the 210.
Almost took the 210.
Yeah, about put the bucket right in the cab of the truck. I mean, she had it curled up like the dirt was up on the stick, you know? The power's still on here. So I called and was like, I need the power chopped to the house, and the power company was like, well, you can't call. The person who lives there has to call. And I go, well, they don't live there no more. They just sold the place yesterday. And she was like, well, so they had already put a work order in. The lady was like, my supervisor just called me, hold on. And then she told me that, and I was like, well, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, the excavator's going through the house, so you can turn the power off. Power's still on though.
Yeah.
They gotta pull the meter, you know, but there's power to that box right now. Like right now, if you go flip the switch on that breaker over there,
Have fire.
this stuff goes away pretty fast. You ready?
Those people like were just living in there like a week ago, and everything was all set up. I mean, there's stuff in the fridge, dirty dishes in the sink, like clothes in the closets. Everything was in place like somebody was living there right now, and it went to the ground. But it's crazy they just left all their stuff got left behind. They have nothing. I know.
Like a hurt, lost and blind. Oh no, I said too much. I set it up. Consider this. Consider this. Century. Consider this. Slip brought me to my knees. What if all these fantasies come play me around? Now I've said too much.
You see those cats? I try to work in certain areas so that they would move, you know what I mean? Like I just work in one area and like completely. And so I think I got them all to go over to that building. And then I got over to the building, you know, because I had to take it down to get around the back. And so I just like started on the roof thinking like if I shook it a little bit. Fortunately, I was like super careful and took it all the way to the floor like I did with this. And then I picked the floor up because it had so much stuff on it. I wanted to pick the whole floor up and bring it over here without spilling it. There was like 30 underneath the
Cats?
floor, yeah.
Like kittens?
No, like full grown cats. There's no kittens, so I don't know why they're hanging out. That's what I was worried about, is if there's kittens there. I'm not trying to leave them, you know, but they were so comfortable here. Like you walk up on the porch and they were just like lounging. So I guess that's why they don't want to leave. That's that motherfucker's tail. The other one crawled up in there too. I don't know. The tracks on a 40,000-pound excavator are the best place to hide at, guys. Get the fuck out of here and come have your bowberry biscuit.
Thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. That was just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. Trying.
You want to grab that pile with the 50? And I'll just
Yeah.
keep handing it to you and you can load it out.
Yeah.
Just take your time because they didn't pull this block out while I was gone. There's maybe some in it.
Okay.
You can also load that other pile of shit from the other side if you want.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get it done.
know if I can do it. I'm now sad too much. Haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. That was just a dream. Try, cry, why try? That was just a dream. Just a dream. Just a dream.
Man, I'm not the best loader. I started looking at my pile. I got one pile. Yeah, I'm just learning. I'm doing pretty good cleaning it up. It's all clean over there now, though.
Yeah, I did tell Carlos when I left earlier, I said, you're not impressed. It's way more important to separate this stuff.
Do a good job.
So much in the landfill that it's not worth it. It's worth the time.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
We are good to move some dirt, so I mean they're ready for you tomorrow if you want to put one truck on, if you can. I know you talked about helping other kids.
No, he actually had to move a day out anyway, so that works good.
So you don't send one or two.
I'm gonna just send the one. The other one needs to help me here finish up some demo. All right, well,
Have a good week, son.
yeah, likewise. Don't call me.
Yeah, same for you.
5 RVs, maybe 12 a 15 mil. Preparo para muévete la tierra, maybe 20 o menos. Maybe 30, 35. Pero necesito agua aquí, ¿no?
Sí, necesito agua. Yo tengo 30,000, but
Maybe menos dos RVs. The problema es necesito de agua y la séptico seguro. Maybe preparo menos Pisces for the RVs.
thank you, God. You put the perfect person I needed. Muchas gracias por venir.
Sí, de
Me
nada.
dio mucho gusto de conocerme.
Well, I just gave her a ballpark price of 50 grand and theirs was 22.5. All right, so the lady we just met with, she has about 4 acres that she wants to try to figure out how to put as many RVs as possible while staying within a certain budget, but being smart about the use of the land so that she can maybe expand it later on. So we met her there, and you know, just kind of had a quick conversation with her. I already had done some research as far as topography and stuff like that goes on the lot. So we are going to meet there with a soil scientist this week, and I'm going to try to rough sketch out a plan that I think will work for 5 to 10 RV sites, and in a small area, so that she wants to develop the rest of the property later on, she can. But there's no water, no sewer, no power, so we need to try to get some infrastructure in there for 5 to 10 RVs as of right now. She's got about a $30,000 budget, and of course infrastructure is going to eat the most of that up, as far as just getting a well and getting a septic in there for that many RV sites. So maybe what we got to do is get the infrastructure in, and then as she has some more money that gets freed up, we can put in like the individual pads for the RVs. We'll meet the soil scientist next week and see how that goes and get a good plan and go from there. Alright guys, Riley is out on her beach vacation. I'm just gonna do everyone's job today because Vince ain't here, Riley's not here, none of the guys are here, so I'll just do everything. All right, different style video today. All right guys, let me show y'all what we got going on this morning. Back out here on this clearing job we started last night. I dropped the machine off at 7:30, rolled out of here about 9:30. We've basically got a 110 by 100 clearing. Driveway is gonna come off the road here. We're gonna have to bring some dirt in for that. But I've just about got this side limit cleared. I gotta clean up that little bit right there. And I'm going back, gotta take that codominant pine right there out. And I'm going back to that first poplar tree you see right there. So I got about 110 by 100, so 25-ish feet off the road for our clear limit. We're gonna leave a strip through there for privacy, strip on this sideline for privacy, and then a bunch in the back and some over here. I'll walk you over here, show you. We're pretty close to this side limit. So there's a drainage outlet over here, which is right on the corner of the clearing limit. That's this. So I gotta clear just a little further here and square that corner off, and I'm done. So let's see, it is 8:14 right now. Let's see what time we can have all this stuff piled up. Right here, we're gonna set it by the road. I think I'm gonna have a buddy of mine with a knuckle boom come and get it. He can haul about 90 yards at a time, so maybe make it a little easier work than us having to haul all this stuff out of here in triaxles. So I'm gonna place it all up there by the road, get it all cleared out, hopefully have this thing wrapped up before lunch. Y'all stay tuned. All right, so see, I'm breaking this shit up because I don't have a sawman here with me to cut any of the stuff, and we want to. So when you're hauling brush, the more you can fit in the truck, the more productive you're going to be, the more money you're going to make, and to be able to fit the most you can in the truck, you got to break this shit up small. It's the same thing with demolition. You guys are doing demolition, you need to break the stuff up as small as you possibly can. Another good habit to get into is trying to keep your job site as clean as possible. So when you got all this little bullshit like this, if you can just kind of keep it raked up. These little stump holes, fill them as you go. Makes your job site a whole lot nicer and neater. And then if you rake stuff up like this, if you get some dirt in it, use your thumb, kind of push the stuff out with your thumb. That'll let a lot of the dirt fall through. You also don't want to walk around more than you have to. It's like normally I'd be starting a second pile back here, so I don't have to walk back to this pile with the debris. But since we're going to be trying to load out from the road up there, all the debris has to go up to the road. See how I'm using my thumb here too, and I'm not using the bucket. Using the thumb will kind of let you, it acts more like a rake, lets you pick up the debris and drop the dirt at the same time. So I want to get over to that drainage outlet so I can get that side limit opened up, kind of have my references, all my reference points open, and then just, it's like coloring in the lines then. Keep breaking this shit up as we go. This one's a little too big to break. Safely anyways. Try to keep this stuff far away from the machine if you're gonna break it up like this. So I'll set that over there and I'll cut that later with the saw. It'll be a little easier on my machine. And a neighbor there walking by, always be friendly to the neighbors. You never know who needs something else done. Always be mindful, watch around too, because you never know who's just going to walk up on your job site just out of curiosity to see what's going on. A lot of folks like to watch this shit being done. There, right there is our drainage outlet. Just past that. So that's our clear limit this way. So take this one, boom, and this one. Mine beside me, obviously, that looks like it's about to split any day now. And that's as far this way as we need to go. Just square this off, go over, take that codominant pine. That's it, son. 8:45. Y'all keep the clock on. Hey, what up, dog? Man, you can probably stop there. Yeah, I think so. Because that cart path might change a little bit. Because they're going to have to dig up the inlet side of that tank, you know? So, I just stopped there where you're at. Just leave it piled up there at the top. Make sure all your water's running to the ditches and all that. Alright, dog, I'll see you in a few. I appreciate it. How many of you guys that do the dirt work just think about building frickin' booters all day? Like, it might be a hard landing, but you can definitely land up there past that ballast. Right in between the silt fence. So those trees over there, they're past the clear limit. They're actually close to the property line, but I guess I'll go ahead and grab those so they don't fall in here. My luck, we'll think we're done and call the property owner to come look at it, and these freaking things will fall in here. Yeah, take your time on it. I'm good here. I've only got 3 or 4 trees now that I gotta cut. I can cut these, so don't worry about rushing to get the weed. The biggest thing that I need is dirt down here. Alright, dude. Thanks. Safe. Can't tell if this pine tree will hit the road or not. So, will that tree hit the road? I think it'll be really, really close. Alright, we're pushing it. Let's see what happens.
just missed the magnolia.